The Galactic University of Zenith Prime had seen many species walk through its crystalline halls, but humans remained an enigma wrapped in contradictions. They were classified as Deathworlders, apex predators from a planet so hostile that most sentient species required environmental suits just to visit. Yet here was Kaya-chan sitting in advanced quantum mechanics, doodling what appeared to be baby animals in the margins of her datapad. Professor Zelthorax, a methane-breathing Falish, had learned to ignore the human's peculiar habits. After all, she still maintained the highest scores in the class, even while engaging in what other species considered deeply unsettling behavior, smiling with her teeth showing. After the lecture ended, Kaya packed her materials and made her way to the station's lower commercial district. The smell hit her first, a mixture of exotic foods, recycled air, and something organic that reminded her of wet fur. She navigated past stalls selling everything from memory crystals to bioengineered plants, until she reached the one place most students avoided, the exotic fauna market. The vendor was a Telixian, his 6 eyes widening as Kaya approached. Humans had a reputation, and not always a favorable one. "I'm looking for the Velker cub," Kaya said softly, her translator rendering the words in perfect galactic standard. The vendor's mandibles clicked nervously. "Human friend, Velkers are predators. Class 4 danger rating. They are not ... pets." Kaya's expression didn't change. "I'm aware. How much?" The transaction took less than 5 minutes. Most of the delay came from the vendor triple-checking the liability waivers. When Kaya finally held the small carrier, she could feel the vibrations of frightened growling from within. The cub inside was no bigger than a terrier, covered in midnight blue fur with bioluminescent stripes along its spine. Its eyes, all 4 of them, glowed amber in the dim light. "Hey there, little one," Kaya whispered, deliberately not making direct eye contact. "My name's Kaya. You're safe now." The growling quieted to uncertain whimpers. Back in her dormitory, Kaya set up what she'd prepared over the past week: a temperature-controlled habitat, synthetic meat alternatives, and various enrichment items. She'd done her research. Velkers were pack hunters from Sigma Draconis 7, highly intelligent, and currently endangered due to habitat loss. This cub had been destined for a private collector who wanted a conversation piece. She opened the carrier slowly. The cub Orin, she decided to call him, backed into the corner, his biostripes flashing red in warning. "It's okay," Kaya murmured, sitting cross-legged on the floor several feet away. She pulled out a piece of jerky from her pocket and tossed it gently toward him. "Hungry?" Orin sniffed the air, his small nostrils flaring. After a long moment, he crept forward and snatched the food, retreating immediately to devour it. This became their routine. Every day after class, Kaya would sit with Orin, speaking softly, offering food, never forcing interaction. She learned his body language, the way his ears would rotate when curious, how his stripes pulsed purple when content. Within 2 weeks, Orin was sleeping curled against her legs. Within a month, he followed her everywhere the dormitory rules permitted. That's when things got complicated. Kaya was reviewing stellar cartography notes when her door chime buzzed insistently. Security override codes flashed on her screen. "Miss Chan, open immediately." "This is station security." Her heart hammered as she opened the door. 2 security officers stood there, a Valorian and a human, both looking severely uncomfortable. Behind them, she could see movement. A lot of movement. "Ms. Chan," the Valorian officer began, his translator struggling with what seemed to be extreme stress. "Are you the owner of a Velker designated Orin?" "Yes, I have all the permits." "That's not the issue." The human officer, Rodriguez, ran a hand over his face. "Ma'am, there are 6 more Velkers in the common area demanding to see you. They won't stop calling for Mom?" Kaya blinked. "What?" She pushed past the officers into the common area, and her breath caught. 6 Velkers 3 times Orin's size, clearly adolescent, paced anxiously. The moment they saw her, all 6 began making a sound she'd never heard before, a melodic, trilling call that translated through everyone's universal translators as a single word. "Mom, Mom, 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 Mom!" Orin squirmed out of her room and added his smaller voice to the chorus. "This is impossible," Kaya whispered. "Velkers don't imprint on other species." "The literature is clear." "The literature," interrupted a new voice, "was written by species who never tried." Dr. Chavera, the station's xenobiologist, emerged from behind the security detail. The insectoid scientist's antennae quivered with what Kaya had learned was excitement. Miss Chan, do you understand what you've done? Velkers are empathic pack hunters. They bond through pheromones and electromagnetic fields. Humans emit both, you especially, given your stress responses and emotional output. You didn't just adopt Oren, you became his pack alpha. And when his siblings tracked his distress calls across half the sector ... They came looking for their brother, Kaya finished, understanding dawning. And found someone who felt like ... family. The largest of the cubs, nearly 80 pounds of muscle and teeth, approached cautiously. His biostripes pulsed a questioning blue. Kaya did what her instincts told her. She knelt down and opened her arms. The cub pressed against her, actually purring as his siblings crowded around. Oren climbed onto her shoulder, his small body vibrating with contentment. Regulations state, Rodriguez said carefully, reading from his datapad, that emergency family reunifications can be processed for sentient species under duress. I suppose ... this counts. Dr. Chavera's laugh sounded like wind chimes. The Galactic Council will have a field day with this. Humans taking in apex predators and accidentally forming cross-species family units. It's the most human thing I've ever witnessed. But they'll need proper facilities, Kaya protested, even as she stroked the massive head resting in her lap. Food space enrichment. The university will provide, Dr. Chavera assured her. This is unprecedented research. Besides, we've learned something valuable today. Humans don't just survive hostile environments. You transform them into homes. That night, Kaya's dormitory now expanded into a proper habitat, echoed with the sounds of contented Velkers. 7 cubs, ranging from tiny to terrifying, slept in a pile around their human mother, their biostripes pulsing in synchronized patterns of deep purple. As Kaya drifted off to sleep, one arm thrown over Oren and another resting on the larger cubs, she smiled. The galaxy thought humans were dangerous because they came from a death world. They had no idea humans were dangerous because they made family out of anything, even apex predators who should have known better. Outside, station security updated their protocols. Under human behavioral anomalies, they added a new entry, apparently capable of adopting anything. Recommend updating housing regulations accordingly,